What's going on, guys? This is your boy Moto MMA, aka Jason Balls, bringing you another video. If you please could comment, like, subscribe, I greatly appreciate it. But definitely leave some comments on this video. I'm interested in all of your thoughts. This can not only help better educate me, but someone else as well. So without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, so addiction is something that's real. It's something that a lot of people deal with. It's something that a lot of families deal with. And I can say in my family, there are a few people that are definitely addicts, that try very hard to recover, but haven't been able to, you know what I mean? And some that have, and I know a lot of you have been through that as well. You've had family members that have either been addicts, recovered from it, things like that, and what really prompted me to make this video was I saw another YouTuber, and I'm not going to name any names, but this particular YouTuber talked about the use of marijuana. And the YouTuber is a recovering addict who basically said they do not like the word sober because they say the word sober to them is something that could be open for interpretation. Like, they often say, hey, sober is what you make it, or whatever your version of how you feel sober is. They also weren't very big on the rehab programs because most of them, they promote just straight sobriety, like not using anything, no drugs, no nothing. If they can wean you off of everything, they certainly will. And I understand this, I think, personally. Just saying, coming from family members who struggle, even though this particular, YouTuber says, that they've overcome their drug addiction, but however they do smoke. This particular YouTuber also said that they got their smoking, a medical license or whatever, you know what I mean? Things like that, which is awesome, right? But I feel like, promoting smoking the green stuff, even, to someone who's an addict, I feel like can be counterproductive because yes, the green stuff does have some good benefits. I've heard a lot of people say that it helps with, so many different things medically, but at the same time, if you're not using it for that, that can be different too. I feel like, telling a person who's an addict that it's okay if you smoke may not be the best thing for them, because that's just, to me, a sense of maturity that maybe not a lot of addicts have, you know what I mean? That maybe with this YouTuber, it worked out, you know what I mean? But a lot of them, it doesn't, a lot of them not going to wait to, get their medical license and this and that, To me, it's kind of like putting them around danger, you know what I'm saying? Because, the green guy, the guy that sells that, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't care, too much about your future, who you are, you know what I mean? If he has something else, he'll sell you something else. He'll mention something else if he has it, you know what I mean? And if you're around other people who are doing other things, like, you can be tempted to do other things, Are there people that have just smoked the green stuff and had no problem? Absolutely. I'm gonna be honestly and truthful with you. In my very far past, I tried it. It was not something for me. I never went back to it, you know what I'm saying? But that's not the case for a lot of people. I mean, I want you to really, if you think about your childhood, right? A lot of kids, in my day, it was cigarettes. Nowadays, it's vaping. But in my day, vaping, you hung around the vaping crowd who became brave enough to become the green smoking crowd, who became brave enough to become like, hey, I don't have this, but I have that. I don't have this, but I have that. Because the brain, the process of being under the influence, you know what I'm saying? It helps release those feel good and, endorphins and dopamines that we need, you know what I mean? So people get used to that. And sometimes when you've been doing a substance for so long, your brain doesn't make it, naturally as much anymore. So you feel like you need more, and I feel like if you get loose or relaxed with one thing, sometimes it does help you to get loose and relaxed with other things. But maybe not if you didn't suffer from addiction. But I think those that suffer from addiction may have more of a chance to get relaxed and start dibbling into other things again that they tried to escape from. So I understand the programs when they're trying to say, we don't really think you should be around these things, period. And that can include in even alcohol, you know what I'm saying? Like anything that's going to alter your mindset, because you may already be battling that battle of wanting to have something to alter your mindset to help you have a better day or to help you get over, because that's kind of how you've managed so long. A lot of people who fight with addiction, they didn't just become addicts. Not a lot of them. A lot of them, it was like something, maybe they lost someone in their life. Maybe they had a lot of stress. Maybe they had a lot of bills. Maybe it was a marriage. Parents didn't treat them right. Like it was trauma. You know what I'm saying? So like a substance kind of helped them get over it. You know what I mean? And you even have medical substance that sometimes can lead down dangerous roads. You know what I'm saying? Like Xanax or Suboxone. I don't even know if I should be saying those on YouTube. Hopefully this video doesn't get, in trouble or nothing. But those two substances, and many other ones, other painkillers, things like that, they're given to you by doctors, but often abused. You know what I'm saying? Like, certain people can take those substances, take them right, and, they just fine. Other people take those substances and they start needing more, taking more. Sometimes in the case of Suboxone, they sell it to get other substances. You know what I mean? Or they start abusing that themselves, and, and that's like medical given to you, you know what I mean? A lot of painkillers, same way, you know what I'm saying? A lot of, I don't want to keep naming out different stuff, but you guys know what I mean, that stuff becomes street like credit and money, and that stuff is used to get other stuff, you know what I mean? And that's why I think to a certain extent, I can see why when addicts, are trying to come back, that they don't want them to fool with anything else, being the person that has had family, that personally dealt with it, you know what I mean? That had family members that I saw go through, and I went through, seeing them change their life and seeing them struggle. And I still have family members now that are out there that still ain't came back, you know what I'm saying? And I see them struggle, and I see how hard their life is. And I wouldn't want someone to tell them, if you can kick all that, you can smoke this and that'll be okay, because I know them personally. If they get that to smoke, they're gonna be around that crowd and they're gonna start chasing other things. You know what I'm saying? So, I feel like just complete sobriety, which is something to be proud of, which is why I'm like, when so many people chase towards that, I don't understand why that particular YouTuber said to them that's a bad word, you know what I mean? Or that's a word that puts too much pressure on you, I understand that word, and I understand why that word to a lot of people is a badge of honor to say that they are sober, you know what I'm saying? And, at the end of the day, guys, sobriety may mean different things to you. And maybe you do feel like you're the type of person that, you can have a drink or two when you get off work. Maybe you can smoke the green stuff, whatever. And it doesn't lead to you going back to doing the harder stuff that you may have done. Or maybe you're a type of person that has never done the harder stuff. You only smoke, or you only drink, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to giving advice about certain substances and using certain substance, I think you should really be careful on giving that advice, because not everybody's going to be at the same level that you are. And, I know people who just smoked, and boy, they burn some brain cells, and you can clearly tell they burn some brain cells just from talking to them and the way they act and the way they carry themselves. You can clearly tell, yo, I wish you hadn't just done that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, all in all, I didn't find it to be maturity, I guess, on that YouTuber's part. And I was wondering how you guys feel about it. Do you think that, you know, you can be sober and still use certain things? You know, do you think you can still drink or smoke if you suffered, you know, from a serious addiction? If you're a person that maybe has never suffered from a serious addiction, but you do some things to kind of help you get through the day, you know, do you think it's something that you're able to do because you know, maybe have that level of maturity and you're able to handle it? You know what I mean? I definitely would love to hear from you. And for any of my friends and family members or anyone watching this, if you're dealing with sobriety or you're trying to do your best to keep your life clean, you know, I applaud you. I know you can do this. I personally believe in you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you right now, I know one day you're going to be the person that you strive and dream of being. I know you are. And I believe in you. And I hope that you know, one day get things together the way you intend to. So with all that being said, guys, once again, this is your boy Motor MMA, aka Jason Ball, saying thank you so very much for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, and have a good day, guys. Peace.